Hello everyone and welcome to another custom figure showcase and another update to my Survival Ainley master. Overall it is actually more or less the same base figure as the original, but I have made some minor changes and updates to this. Most notably I have redone the belt buckle because the original version I did just looked massive and it was the best I could do at the time, but since then my skill set has come on, so I decided to re-sculpt that, which did mean having to take off the entire original belt to sculpt on the new one, but I think it's come out very well. And then the other thing that I've done is I have also trimmed off the collars that I sculpted, which I'd actually done to sculpt over the top of the original figure collars, the figure base for this being a Harold Saxon, not Yana, a Harold Saxon Sim Master. But what I've done is I've trimmed off the original lapels and then sculpted on these new ones over the top because the other ones looked previously quite deep. And then I've also redone a bit of the shirt piece. Now the bow tie again is the same, bigger. It's actually the third Doctor bow tie, which was obviously, as some people pointed out in my previous ones, quite big. But the thing is, I trialled this redo with an 11th Doctor bow tie. And also the purple coated 11th Doctor bow tie, which is slightly larger than the standard ones, and neither of them looked right. I don't know what it was, they just looked too small, so I decided to stick with the bigger one because whilst it is bigger and does look a little bit out of place, I think it works well. It sort of seems to fit the scale of the figure. Other than that, that's pretty much all the sculpting I've done. And then the head sculpt is one of my custom cast Ainley masters, which I have painted up myself. I'm very pleased with how that's come out, and that is leading into a slight ulterior motive as to why I'm doing this video today, because I did want to show you all this updated version, but I also want to do a little bit of advertising because as some of you may know, on my Etsy and eBay shops, I can't sell things like the Anthony Ainley Masters head sculpt or direct copies of head sculpts due to copyright restrictions. It's a very grey area, but it's not a risk I'm willing to take. And also, something I've had to do recently because of the coronavirus currently going on. At the time you see this, it might not be the case anymore, but at the time of recording, I am having to get parcels, any orders collected from me rather than taking them to the post office, which has meant there has had to be an increase in postage costs because these are slightly more expensive courier methods, but it is the safest way that I can do things right now. But I appreciate that it is a bit more costly. So between now, the 3rd of April 2020 and the 30th of April 2020, so only between those dates. If you're watching this after that, after the 30th of April, this no longer applies, but if you're watching it before then, if you place an order through my Etsy and eBay shops, I will give you one of the following head sculpts as a free gift, partly to get myself a bit more business, but also as well to make up for the additional postage costs. You know, I want to make it clear I'm giving these away as a free gift. I'm not charging people extra for these head sculpts. It is purely because I am having to charge people more for postage, so I think the least I can do is offer them a small free gift. So here is the list of head sculpts that I am offering. I'm only offering these ones, so please don't ask me, can you do this, can you do that? These are the only ones that I'm offering. So I'm offering a First Doctor, which is the hatted version though, from An Unearthly Child, an 8th Doctor, the original release with the longer hair, the Curator, and an Anthony Ainley Master. Now, I am limiting these to one per customer, so you know, if you place an order with me and then place another order, you will only get the one head sculpt. It is one per customer because that's only fair. You know, obviously it is still using up resources and things that I've got to pay for, so I do have to limit them. These are copies of the originals, but the originals are cast in resin. If you've seen my other ones, you'll know that the quality detailing on them is quite high. And also, at no extra cost, I will offer these painted or unpainted. It is entirely up to you. So please go and check out my shop. It would be great if I could get some more orders. As I said, they are high postage costs, but that is only a temporary measure at the moment. And you know, in order to sort of make up for that, I would like to offer some, you know, some free extra gifts that I otherwise couldn't sell on my shop for legal reasons, but giving them away as gifts, not really a problem. So yes, I did have a little bit of an ulterior motive to drum up a little business showing you all of this, but on going back to the figure, I'm very pleased with how it's come out. It's a great one to try, and if you've got a spare Saxon Master lying around, then it's a great one to try. And obviously, if you're looking for a head, you can always get one by ordering some bits from my shop. But that brings to a close another custom figure showcase. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. Be sure to click the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation and you can get involved. There's exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.